Bipolar disorder seems to get a bad rep, but a lot of people in the public eye have come forward and bravely discussed their struggles with the condition. So what exactly is bipolar disorder? Hey guys, Julia here for DNews. If you're as big of a fan of Demi Lovato as I am, you know the confident singer is an outspoken activist for mental health issues. Several years ago, she came forward and admitted to her own struggles with bipolar disorder, formerly known as manic depression. Even as the disorder becomes more of a focus in the public eye, a lot is still misunderstood. Bipolar disorder is most known for the way it affects people's moods. It often creates an uncontrollable change in moods that can impact daily life for the 3% of Americans with the condition. While researchers aren't sure what causes it, the risk factors for bipolar include genetics and environment, things like stress, substance abuse, and even lack of sleep. But really, it can affect anybody. What a lot of people don't understand is that bipolar is more than just a single diagnosis. There are different categories, almost a scale of bipolar disorder. The symptoms vary from person to person. Some people's manic episodes leave them feeling exuberant and energetic. They feel really creative, like their brain is working faster than usual. This is usually less severe than mania and is classified as hypomania. In others, mania can make them go without sleep for 3 days or gamble away all their savings. There's type 1, which is what most people think of when they think of the disorder. Its symptoms include extreme manic episodes in which someone acts more erratic than usual. They have grandiose ideas, an exaggerated sense of importance and skills, higher sex drive, and higher impulsivity. While the highs are really high, the lows are just as extreme. People with type 1 have periods of extreme depression too. Bipolar 2 is similar to type 1, but low moods tend to dominate with less frequent episodes of less extreme hypomania. Rapid cycling, just like it sounds, is when someone goes through 4 or more periods of manic or depressive episodes in a 12-month period. Yet another type of bipolar disorder is cyclothymic, which has several less extreme manic episodes and less extreme depression. But no matter what type, bipolar disorder is mostly characterized by the swinging of moods from low to high. Sometimes these moods can last for weeks or months, other times they're as short as days. And to some, you would think the high episodes sound great. Who wouldn't want to feel important, smart, and driven with a flight of ideas? It's these kind of moments that make creative people with the disorder so productive. Many creative types, painters, writers, even actors have been diagnosed with some type of bipolar disorder. I've talked about this link before in another episode, but like I said, there's a downside too. Sometimes those grand ideas include delusions, like taking over the government or winning the jackpot at poker. But the highs and lows can be very disruptive to someone's life. One study published in the journal Nature found that some people with bipolar disorder are more sensitive. Essentially, their brains are literally more sensitive to stimuli than others. In the study, researchers took skin cells from participants, turned them into stem cells, then coaxed them into becoming neurons. They found that some people's neurons are physically more sensitive when stimulated than others. Other imaging studies found differences in the brains of those with bipolar disorder. One study published in the journal Molecular Psychiatry found differences in white matter and in the cerebellum. The researchers used an MRI technique that searches for signatures of certain byproducts of cell metabolism. This technique found higher readings of white matter in the cerebellum in those with bipolar disorder than those without the condition. The research also found that there were no differences in the cerebellum in those participants with bipolar who were taking a common form of treatment for the condition called lithium. Lithium is just one of several effective treatment options like other mood stabilizers, including valproate. According to a review published in the journal Current Opinion in Psychiatry, even some anti-seizure medications have been shown to be effective in treating the condition. Beyond medication, different types of therapy help, like cognitive behavior therapy, which helps patients build a toolkit of sorts for dealing with dysfunctions in thought patterns and information processing, or interpersonal and social rhythm therapy, which helps patients figure out how their routine and social situations affect their moods. Many people with bipolar disorder go on to live wonderful, healthy lives, but it starts with getting help. Check out resources like the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance at dbsalliance.org. Art and creative outlets also help many people with psychological conditions heal. But what is the link between creativity and mental illness? Find out more in this episode right here. Some studies find a higher incidence of mental disorders in those in creative fields, and especially in those individuals who've reached some notoriety or eminence. Other studies find a higher incidence of mental disorders in the family members of creative people. These results strongly hint at a genetic link. So do you have any other questions about psychology or the way our brains work? Let us know down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and keep coming back to DNews so you don't miss a single episode.